What is your feeling about the 54-cent tax levy that's going to be on the April ballot?
Initially I wanted a bigger tax increase than that. Based on the advice of our financial consultants, 54 cents is really a nice compromise for our community, and we desperately need it. The fact is, regardless of how people feel about the way we've made decisions in the last year or so, or regardless of how they feel about the administration, the fact is that our expenditures continue to go up, and we're placing a priority on the highest quality we can attain. So those expenditures keep going up, and our revenues are flat at this point. So, it's really a pretty much dollars and cents issue that there's just not enough revenue, and we need this tax levy to make sure that we can maintain the level of quality that we've come to expect.
What about the timing?
Timing is not good. The economy is not doing great. People are struggling. Gas prices are well over $3, and they're expected to keep going up. It's tough. It's a tough time to ask people to contribute back to their schools, but I can't help but think that public education is one of the most critical aspects of quality of life in any community. And historically, this community has supported public education. And, you have to consider that businesses that are looking for new places to either start or to branch out are looking at education systems. What kind of employees are we going to be able to get in a particular area? They're looking at education systems. And so we've got to consider that education is a vital part of the whole economic picture of our community. And that tax levy is going to be critical. Something, too, that we don't really get a chance to talk about too much because it's kind of a deeper reason that we need a tax levy. If you were to simply look at the tax levy of the 12 districts that we tend to compare ourselves to across the state, you'll see that we're in probably the lower half, or the upper half in terms of the levy rate itself. At the $4.40 whatever cents it'll be, we're in the upper half. But we're in the bottom 2 or 3 in terms of assessed value for that community. And that's because of the fact that there's so much publicly owned property in Columbia. Between the university, the hospital system, and the public schools themselves, we have a very low assessed rate. And that makes it difficult to generate the kind of revenue we need, again, to maintain the quality we expect.
What happens, say, if the levy doesn't pass?
If the levy doesn't pass, we're going to be making some very difficult choices for the students in this district. I talked about class sizes. That's something we will not be able to hold down class sizes. They will increase immediately. We won't be able to provide the same level of support for our teachers in terms of math and literacy coaches. We won't be able to provide the support staff that we've been providing in the past. Teachers will take on more and more responsibility in terms of playground management and lunchtime processes and things that are going on outside of the classroom. And, of course, anytime you ask them to do things outside of the classroom, that means less focus in the classroom. So I'm really nervous that without this tax levy, we're going to see a decline in quality. Columbia has been, for the last 4 years in a row, recognized with distinction in performance by the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. And we're one of only 7% of 524 districts in the state that have achieved that 4 years in a row. It's a pretty amazing accomplishment, and it leads one to believe that we're doing the right things. We're making good choices for the students in this district, and we're going to need this tax levy to continue making those kind of good decisions.